Knicks family, what is popping? As you can see on the screen, still, if you are a Knicks fan and you're a Rangers fan, you can become a chief fan officer. So make sure you take a look at that. If you go to my comment section in YouTube, you can actually see this flyer. You can see where you can contact MSG Networks to submit your resume. So if you think you got what it takes, ladies and gentlemen, jump on it. What's popping? It is your boy. And we're here to get this on and talk about the Knicks and the Spurs and do this little game preview right now. The Knicks they'll be looking to rebound. As you recall, not too long ago, just a couple of games ago, they were up 17 points versus the Philadelphia 76ers, and they were unable to finish the deal. They couldn't close it out. They were unable to get that win, and it baffles me still, probably still baffles you as to why we were not able to get that win, but needless to say, we didn't. Couldn't get it. Couldn't get the win. So hopefully we can rebound against a team that is not playing well. The San Antonio Spurs aren't playing well, folks. They're 5-10, and as we look at the breakdown, you're going to realize that they've lost 7 games in a row. Very unusual for a Greg Popovich team. Very unusual. One might wonder if the team if it's maybe time for a change in coach. I don't know. Probably not, because the Spurs have been here before, and they may even rebound on the season. Coach Pop has been there for 20 whatever years, and they'll probably stick it out with Coach Pop until he's ready to retire. But, one starts to wonder, though, if maybe they need a new voice in the locker room. I don't know. It happens. It just happens that people lose touch with what's happening today. I think Coach Popovich is a great coach, and he'll be a great coach for a long time. Probably the best coach to ever do it. So, he'll be okay, and the Spurs will be okay. And I don't like playing against the Spurs. We haven't had good luck against the Spurs. Sometimes, we do jump up and get a victory every now and then, and we play well, but we lose, though. You know what I'm saying? We lose. We've had a couple of blowouts against the Spurs. Hopefully, this is not going to happen now. Not against a team that's lost 7 in a row. They do play tonight. So this is going to be the third team in a row. No, not the third team in a row, but this is going to be a third team in the last few games that we've played coming off of a back-to-back. Got to take advantage of that. Hopefully, we'll be able to take advantage of that. Now, the Knicks and Spurs, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. at Madison Square Garden. Going to see if the Knicks can rebound after giving up a 17-point lead to the Philadelphia 76ers. We're going to go ahead and start to break this down, and if you're available, you can feel free to call in 516-405-2246. All right, you can jump into the whereby.com/NBK, and you can join the chat, or we can talk. We can have a conversation about the Knicks and the Spurs. All right, but until then, until you do that, let's go ahead and start breaking this thing down. All right, go ahead and start breaking this thing down. Take a look at these two teams here, the Knicks and the Spurs. Tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. at Madison Square Garden. All right, when you take a look at the two lineups, ladies and gentlemen, the projected starters for the New York Knicks, Frank Ntilikina, R.J. Barrett, Marcus Morris, Julius Randle, and Taj Gibson. And there's some interesting matchups here. Not like we saw against the Philadelphia 76ers. But there's still some interesting matchups here. For the San Antonio Spurs, who are 5-10 on the season, you got Patty Mills, Bryn Forbes, DeMar DeRozan, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Jacob Poeltl. Right? I don't really have a breakdown of their injury report. So when you look at these matchups, you got to figure who's going to guard who and where. And I'll give you my suggestions, and we'll see what happens, with Coach Fizdale. Take a look at the team comparisons. The Knicks are 4-11 on the season. They're on a one-game losing streak, like I just mentioned a couple of times. The Knicks lost to the Philadelphia 76ers in the previous game. They lost to them by just a couple of points, but they had a 17-point lead in that third quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, we had a couple of guys like Mark likes to say, or said, went rogue. Marcus Morris, Julius Randle kind of went rogue a little bit, especially Marcus Morris. Kind of lost his cap just a little bit. The Knicks, they score 101.9 points per game. They give up 108.9. They shoot 42.7% from the field, 36.7% from three. They grab 46.3 rebounds per game. They average 19.9 assists per game and 15.3 rebounds per game. I'm sorry, and 15.3 turnovers per game. If they average 15.3 rebounds per game, we'd be in trouble. You can believe that. We'd be in real big trouble if they average that. All right, so they average 15.3 turnovers per game. Their offensive rating is 103.2. That's 29th in the league. And believe it or not, it's getting better. There was a time when that offensive rating was was down to, I don't know, they were rated 30th, but they were like 100 points per game or something like that. So believe it or not, the offensive rating is definitely getting better for the New York Knicks. Even though they're still 29th in the league, it's getting better. They're playing, maybe some things are coming together for them. I don't know, but it's getting better. For the San Antonio Spurs, they're on a 7-game losing streak. They score 113.5 points per game. They give up 116.2 points per game. They shoot 46.9% from the field, 35.1% from three. They grab 47.1 rebounds per game. They average 24.1 assists per game. They only average 13.9 turnovers per game. Right, their offensive rating is 111.1. That's 5th in the league. So that's something we've really got to look out for, because these guys can still score the basketball. As a matter of fact, their last game against Washington, which was a loss, they scored like 120 whatever points. I think the score was like 136 to 120 something. Got the exact score, but they scored a lot of points. So these guys can score, and my fear is whether or not we're going to be able to score with them. That's one of my fears. Their defensive rating is 113.6. That's 28th in the league. So you're looking at one of the worst offenses in the league and one of the worst defenses in the league matching up against each other. We'll see which one wins out. We'll see if the Knicks offense will be able to step up and score some points. The highest point total that the Knicks have scored this year, when they scored 120 points, when they blew out the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right, it's their highest point total so far. Probably their best offensive game. We'll see if they can match San Antonio, come out and score some points, try to get us a victory. All right, we got to match them, though. We got to find a way to match them. Okay. Let's move on from here. Let's talk about some of the key matchups of the game. My first key matchup, DeMar DeRozan and Marcus Morris. DeMar DeRozan, he's 6'6", 220, guard forward. Averages 21.7 points per game, 5 rebounds a game, 4.8 assists per game, and 0.9 steals per game. Shoots 52.8% from the field, 0% from three. Doesn't really attempt threes. Marcus Morris, he's 6'8", 218, forward. He's averaging 18.8 points per game, 6.4 rebounds per game, 1.5 assists per game, 1.1 steals per game. He shoots 40.6% from the field, but he shoots 46.4% from three. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Marcus Morris kind of went nuts in that last game. I don't know if it was because he's from Philadelphia, but I'm pretty sure that Marcus Morris has played in Philadelphia before. It's no stranger to playing in Philly. Multiple times per year. I mean, he played for the Washington Wizards. He played for the Boston Celtics. Right? You still play the 76ers. So I don't know if he would have been trying to show off unless he does that every time he goes back to Philly. I don't know. And I don't know why he would have been trying to show off. He's been to Philly plenty of times. He's been in the league for a while. But Marcus Morris did some things that I generally disapprove of. You know, the way he tried to take over the game. You know, I felt, you've seen it. You know how we feel about it. You've seen it. But Marcus Morris, DeMar DeRozan, that's going to be a matchup to watch, I think. I think that's going to be a matchup to watch. Marcus Morris has defended DeMar DeRozan plenty of times throughout his career, and vice versa. So, it should be a fun matchup. Marcus Morris maybe is a little bit tougher than DeMar DeRozan, but then, of course, you got to watch DeMar DeRozan being able to go off the dribble against Marcus Morris. And, of course, the Knicks switch, so sometimes you'll see R.J. Barrett on DeMar DeRozan. Sometimes you'll see Frank Ntilikina on DeMar DeRozan. Sometimes you'll see Julius Randle. Another matchup, LaMarcus Aldridge and Taj Gibson. You probably wonder why I didn't put Julius Randle there. Here's why. Because I think Taj Gibson will be guarding LaMarcus Aldridge. Put Julius Randle on Jacob Poeltl. I think Taj Gibson on LaMarcus Aldridge is a better look. And then, of course, Mitchell Robinson on LaMarcus Aldridge when he gets in the game. And they're still going to switch around. So sometimes you'll still see Julius Randle guarding LaMarcus Aldridge. You'll still see Mitch Robinson maybe guarding Jake Poeltl or LaMarcus Aldridge. Taj Gibson guarding Jake Poeltl. So it'll switch around. But I think primarily you're going to see Taj Gibson on LaMarcus Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge, 6'11", 250. Averages 17.9 points per game, 6.9 rebounds per game, 2.5 assists per game, and 1.9 block per game. Blocks per game. He shoots 51.2% from the field, 29.2% from three. Taj Gibson, look, he's not a main scorer, but he did work against Philadelphia. He was a bright spot. He played 13 minutes, but he was a bright spot to me. I wish that Coach Fizdale would have kept him in the game longer. Gave him more minutes because he was doing work. Taj Gibson averages 6.2 points per game, 4.4 rebounds per game, 1.2 assists per game, basically 0 blocks per game. He shoots the ball 56.5% from the field. He shoots 20% from three. He made his first three of the season against Philadelphia. And on that note, your guy, Ben Simmons, he made the first three of his career against the Knicks. Of his career. And you figure that it would happen against the Knicks, right? Who else would it happen against? Of course it would happen against the Knicks. The Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, they take on excuse me, I'm still a little bit sick. Take on San Antonio tomorrow night at the Garden. And we're going to see if the Knicks are going to be able to rebound. That's what they're looking to do, folks. They're looking to rebound against the San Antonio Spurs. All right, the Knicks are looking to get back in the good graces of the Madison Square Garden crowd. All right, let's take a look back before we look at the keys of the game. I want to take a look back at the previous game against the Spurs. Now, this game should be totally different. Right? But the previous game against the Spurs, everybody was a little bit nervous, a little bit scared because obviously we were playing the San Antonio Spurs. And it was the Knicks' first game of the season. We didn't know what to expect. The Knicks lost that game 120 to 111. Although they held a lead in the fourth quarter. You see the lead change 9 times. There were 4 ties in the game. The Knicks, they won that. You look at it up here. You see the Knicks, they won the third quarter. And this is where the Knicks actually were able to take a lead. They lost the first quarter 22-15. They lost the second quarter 37-36. Then they won the third quarter by 9 points. Right? They were able to take a 1-point lead into the fourth quarter. Then they were outscored in the fourth quarter by 10. They ended up losing the game by 9, 122-111. All right, let's take a look at some of the team leaders and team stats and all that good stuff. All right, you see the Knicks, they only had 39 rebounds, which is obviously disappointing, but they don't have the same, they got a little bit more chemistry now. A little bit more chemistry now and understand that they've really got to rebound the ball. Although they did have 24 assists. San Antonio had 51 rebounds. Knicks had 39. San Antonio had 22 assists. The Knicks had 24 assists. We had 16 steals that game. That was a big part of the game, a big reason why we were able to take the lead there in that fourth quarter. Third quarter, going to the fourth quarter, whatever. The Knicks only had 1 block. We had 14 turnovers. We shot 46.8% from the field, 33.3% from 3. We actually shot 72.2% from the free throw line. A lot of people left this game. We all left this game feeling like, okay, maybe we're ready to do something. Maybe we're gonna be able to compete. Was not to be. Well, we were competitive. We thought that we would have 1 more games based on that performance. Points in the paint. The Knicks scored 58 points in the paint. The Spurs 54. We should be able to score in the paint again. The Knicks only had 4 second chance points. We're going to need to change that. San Antonio Spurs had 13 second chance points. Fast break points. The Knicks had 29. The San Antonio Spurs had 30 fast break points. All right. The Knicks are going to have to. They're going to have to capitalize on fast break points. When they get that opportunity, if they get that opportunity, they have to capitalize versus the Spurs. All right, leading the Spurs in scoring was LaMarcus Aldridge. He had 22, and Marcus Morris for the Knicks. He had 26 points, and LaMarcus Aldridge has continued since this time to be the Knicks' leading scorer. Most people thought, including myself, it was going to be Julius Randle who was going to be the leading scorer for the Knicks. Not to be. It's Marcus Morris right now. We'll see if the tide changes, see if the tide turns. Julius Randle had 11 rebounds, and for the San Antonio Spurs, Trey Lyles, he also had 11 rebounds. DeJounte Murray had 6 assists. Alfred Payton had 8 assists. Alfred Payton is not playing in this game. So that's a big change. Frank Ntilikina is going to be the starting point guard. LaMarcus Aldridge, he had 2 blocks. Wayne Ellington for the Knicks had 1 block. That's going to be another change. Wayne Ellington may not play as many minutes. So there's definitely lineup changes that will make this game significantly different. Damian Dotson should be getting some playing time in the place of Wayne Ellington. Should add to the defense. Frank Ntilikina be playing in the place of Alfred Payton. Should add to the defense. Last game, the first game, Mitchell Robinson was a starter. This time is going to be Taj Gibson. All right, so it changes some things. All right, game looks a little bit different. Looking at the starters and the bench play, the Knicks bench played decent in that game. 31 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, 6 steals, 1 block, 7 turnovers, shot 37.5% from the field, 41.7% from 3. That was the Knicks bench. The Knicks starters also played well. They scored 80 points, 27 rebounds. We got to do better on the boards altogether. That's one area where we clearly lost the game. All right, we got to do better on the boards altogether. 14 assists, 10 steals, no blocks, 7 turnovers, 51.6% from the field for the starters. All right, they shot 27.8% from three. We'll see if the Knicks starters can step up. The players of the game that night, Julius Randle, he had 25 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, although he only had 1 turnover. Julius Randle played well versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. He was so-so against the Philadelphia 76ers. We'll see if Julius Randle can step it back up. DeJounte Murray was the player of the game for the San Antonio Spurs. He had 18 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. All right, Murray is he's a tough guard to deal with, a quick guard, right? Crafty, elusive. The Knicks have trouble with those kind of guards. We'll see if we can step up and deal with this guy this time around. That's a look at the last game, the previous game. So how are we going to beat these guys? That's the question. Right? Because that's the goal, right? Is to get a win versus this team and try to at least step into the next 2 games, San Antonio Spurs and the Brooklyn Nets, try to come out of there with a 2-game win streak. That's what I'm hoping for, ladies and gentlemen. And I think we can. I really do. I think we can. That's what I'm hoping for. Let's take a look at the breakdown of the game. Then I got Isaiah in the chat who's waiting patiently. All right. So we'll take a look at this breakdown, and then we'll get to Isaiah and see what Isaiah thinks about this game. All right. So let's look at the keys to the game. First key to the game, we got to build off a recent play. All right. Although we lost to the Philadelphia 76ers, we played well during the game. All right. A lot of people were upset at, the way that the way people played down the stretch and all kinds of stuff. I get it. I understand it. But for the most part, we played well. We shot the ball well. We rebounded well. We didn't, we could have gotten some more assists. We played decent defense for the most part. We played a good basketball game. And we took a team that's supposed to be a contender in the Eastern Conference, and we took them to the brink. And we proved and showed people that we can beat them if we are able to stay focused throughout the entire game. We get a chance to see them soon. A couple of days, to be exact. We get a chance to see them. But anyway, we got to build off a recent play, right? Because if a couple of different bounces of the ball, a couple of different decisions, we could be on a 4-game win streak right now. Honestly, we could. We beat Dallas. Come back. We lose to whoever we lost to. I forgot. And we beat Cleveland. Come back and lose to Philadelphia. Oh, that's right. We lost to Charlotte on the last second shot. Right? Couple of different things, couple of different adjustments. We could easily be on a 4-game win streak. So we've played well recently. We got to build off of the recent play. Continue to build off of it. Right? We can't go backwards. We went backwards a little bit in the Philadelphia game in the fourth quarter, but we can't go backwards. We got to continue to build. Ball movement and man movement. This is a team that will let you score. They'll let you score. They're 28th, 29th in the league in defense. So if we play unselfish, move the ball, play with man movement, ball movement, we'll be able to score. We're going to have to score because they got the 5th best offense in the league. So if we don't score, well, at least their offensive rating is 5th in the league. If we don't score against them, we'll get outscored. Well, anytime you lose, you get outscored. But you know what I mean. Right? We got to score with them. Do not revert to hero ball. We get close in this game. We cannot revert to hero ball. If somebody's got the hot hand, you go to them. We don't have any superstars. We don't have one guy that can consistently take over the game. You got to find a hot hand and ride the hot hand. Let that guy take over the game. Marcus Morris tried to force it last game, in my opinion. Julius Randle somewhat did as well. Stay alert on defense. As I said, this team, they're bad because their defense is bad. That's why they're 5-10. Not because their offense is bad. Because their defense is bad. So defensively, look, we give up 108.9 points per game. That's like 12th in the league. We've got to stay alert on defense. We can't let, I watch our defense and sometimes we let little slips go to the basket. We miss assignments. We got to stay there, stay alert, stay in it, stay in the moment. We need everybody working on defense. Can't take these moments where some people jog back and all these little things. We got to stay in the moment, stay alert, or we'll let them run up the score. Rebound the basketball and have low turnover numbers. I like to put those together because, of course, we want to stop teams from fast breaking against us. We got to rebound the basketball. We need offensive rebounds. And we do a good job at it. All right, we're the number 1, number 2 team in the league in second chance points. So we grab offensive rebounds. Of course, we don't want a team running on us. You can't turn the ball over either. All right, so I like to group those together because they're important. Keeping the score down, keeping other teams from scoring, stopping teams from running on you. Can't let a team get out in fast breaks, get happy, get comfortable. So we got to rebound the basketball. We got beat 52-39 in the last game to the Spurs on the boards. We got to do a better job. And then coaching, ladies and gentlemen. We need David Fizdale to step up his game and coach against Greg Pop. I think that David Fizdale has done a good job of making adjustments against teams between games. Not, and I don't mean, within the game, like I said, between games. So we've already played the San Antonio Spurs once. We've played them once. It was a good game. We had a chance to win. We didn't pull it out. We'll see if he can make an adjustment, any adjustments to pull this game out. I think he's done a good job since. But we'll see if he can do it again. All right. Those are my keys to the game, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm going to go ahead and get to my man Isaiah, who's here in the chat, and, see what this guy's got to say about the Spurs and the Knicks and whatever else he feels like he needs to talk about. All right, Isaiah, what's going on with you, man?
How you doing today, man?
I'm good.
That's good. I'm off today, so I won't get fired for this.
I see. My man got a day off. All right. Took over Friday.
Feel like I haven't had one in forever.
Huh?
I feel like I haven't had one in forever.
Well, that's good, man. Everybody needs a day off. That's good. That ride back from Philadelphia must have took a toll on you. You had to take a day off, huh?
Man, listen, after getting heckled and everybody laughing at me, it's all right, man.
It was
all fun. It was all fun and games, though. It was cool, man.
You needed a mental break. You needed a rebound, right? I hear you.
Philly fans ain't no joke, Sam. I mean, I know you know that, but Philly fans ain't no joke, man. They let you have it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah.
All right, so the Knicks are back home against San Antonio. What's your take?
Hey, Sam, so this is the part that scares me about losing streaks with it. I don't know if you noticed, but like every time like a team goes on like a 4 or 5 game losing streak and they face the Knicks, it's like, I don't know. It's always those always scare me because I feel like, dang, this is the team they've been waiting to win. They've been waiting to face to win. So it's like I'm hoping it's not that case because right now they're just really not playing good.
They've lost 7 in a row.
Yeah, they're hungry. And you already know about when animal's hungry, Sam, is backed up to the corner. They're gonna play their heart out, So my thing with the game, listen, man, is attack. You got these guys. There's no shot blockers on San Antonio. DeMar DeRozan is not playing great. LaMarcus Aldridge is looking old. Devontae Murray can only do so much on the defensive end. And I think this is a good matchup. This is a good matchup to me for Frank, for RJ. I think for Marcus Morris too. I think it's a good game for him as well. And Julius Randle. So I feel like our starters can come out in a strong opening, and like I said, attack. Like there's no shot blockers on San Antonio, so that should be good. And just play that way, man. And I think a real good key to the game, Sim, that I hope Fizzle does this game is to separate Julius and Marcus so that they can both have their time to shine. I think that would be a lot better, and I think that would be a really good, very good strategy to do for this game because, when those two on the court, I never like it. I'm not a big fan of when they're both on the court because of the ISO and hero ball that they play. Now, if you separate them, I think that would be a lot better for both of them and for the team as a whole because now, only one of them can be a solo star and then they can do their thing while still having ball movement within the offense. Also, just like, if Julius Randle can copy the game he had against, the Spurs and Cleveland, I think will be even more fine. Get him down low, let him do what he do best. So it's like, we have a real good chance. Like I said, the Knicks have been playing great defense. Like people are not, even though we've been losing some, people have not talked about how good the Knicks defense has been. I think we only got blown out the Celtics game and the Kings game. Besides that, I mean, we've been holding opponents to less than 110 points. I mean, in today's NBA, that's great defense.
Opponents score 109 points per game against us. That's 12th in the league.
That's
it's not bad.
No one's talking about it, man. No one's talking about it because we're losing, but that's a good sign. And I'll give Fizdale and the team that the defense has been good. Me personally, I'm a Frank Ntilikina fan. I feel like he's in the running for at least a second team all defense this year. That's how I feel.
Who is?
Second team all defense because I think they're probably going to give it to Pat Beverly.
Frank Ntilikina?
Huh?
You saying Frank Ntilikina is in the running for second team all defense?
He should be. They're most likely because they're going to give Pat Beverly number one. They're probably going to give Pat Beverly number one. But I think Frank has been that good this year that he should be in the running for either first, most likely second. But he should be in the running for second team all defense. I mean, he's been a catalyst for our defense this year. So, besides Mitchell, but Mitchell's been hurt. So Frank's really been the vocal point of our defense, and he's been playing great. So, I mean, it's coming along for him year 3. To me, it's finally coming along for him. And, yeah, I think we got a real good chance.
The thing about the Knicks defense, I don't know, it's weird. You look at the month of November, right? Yeah, just looking at the month of November for the Knicks defense. The Knicks defense is rated, in the month of November, is rated 23. All right, that's the month of November. The defensive rating is 111.6. That's just for the month of November. If you want to take that down to just the last 2 weeks, we can do that. If you want to try to do that, if you look at the last 2 weeks, the Knicks defense is rated 17th over the last 2 weeks. The defensive rating is 109.8. It's getting better. It's getting better. I'll just say that.
Hey, it's better than what it was last. Better. I mean, we were.
It's better than last year. It's way better than last season, of course. It's definitely better than last season.
To me, to be in the top 15, I mean, you can't ask for more of a bigger jump. You know what I'm saying?
You said what? In defensive rating, we're not top 15 in defensive rating. In defensive rating, we're 21st. We're 21st in the league in defensive rating, but opponents only score 108.9 points per game against us. That's 12th in the league.
Oh, okay.
So it's somewhere. It's a mixed bag for me right now. We'll see if they, can continue to get better and shore it up. I mean, it's definitely better, but they still have a lot of lapses. Teams teams have a penchant to knock down 3-point shots against us, of course.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we got to watch that against the Spurs tomorrow night because the Spurs can get hot from the 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that to happen.
Nah, we don't. But,
right?
but I think we got a real chance, man. It's just It's to me, Sim, is more the second half of how we do things and how we get to the fourth quarter. Of us just like it's like third quarters we've been doing a lot better this year, and like we've been removing the third quarters of doom. But now it's like the fourth quarter is just like it's like they just forget what they did the 3 quarters to get where they was at. You know what I'm saying? It's like they stopped. Like Julie, it's two people. I'm sorry, it's two people. Julius Randle and Marcus Morris forget what happened 3 quarters, and then they go fourth quarter like, you know what? It's time to go. Trying to go hero ball. We gotta, we're the two highest paid players. We got to do this. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
gotta. They gotta understand. Like they just tone it down and just move the ball. I mean, you're talking about we could have won a couple more games. I mean, Sim, I was there at the game on Wednesday. I seen Julius Randle by himself. I mean, I seen R.J. Barrett in the corner by himself, clapping for the ball, Sim, clapping.
Yeah. Well,
Waiting.
hopefully,
he's literally by himself.
But hopefully it's a growing process. Hopefully it's a growing process. Stay on the line. I'm going to get to a phone call, all right?
Okay.
Stay on the line. Caller, y'all live with Nothing But Knicks. What's poppin'?
What's up, Sam?
What's going on with you, bro?
I'm chilling, bro. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Still, I'm still getting over this, being sick, but I'm good.
Yeah, I hear that, bro. Listen, I'm listening to the podcast right now. I'm seeing homeboy with the beard talking. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm late or early.
Yeah, that's Isaiah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So, where we at now with the talk?
Oh, I mean, we still, we're just talking about the game and what the Knicks need to do to win.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of the last game, and honestly, I mean, I'm not gonna call for Fizdale's head because it's mad early, but I didn't like the way he just let them run around. Like, I don't know how many timeouts they had at that point. He could have called a few timeouts, try to reel them in, get a few plays going, but he just let them run wild. Like, I don't even know how many minutes until it was like a 5-point lead. So, I mean, I feel like he needs a little more control of the team.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. That's Fizdale's style, though. Fizdale's, one of those guys that kind of lets the players run everything sometimes, it feels like. That's just kind of his style.
Yeah,
look,
but that's not, I mean, he's the coach for a reason. He's the one that's supposed to, like, bring them back and run a play, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
he's
feel
the
you.
one that's supposed to have control of the team, right?
Nah, I feel you. You're right. That's one of my issues with Coach Fizdale. It's one of my biggest issues that I don't feel like he takes control enough. I don't feel like he, steps into that leadership role enough.
So, I mean, like I said, I'm not going to call for his head because it's super early. I'm going to give him a little more leeway. But
of course.
It's like I need him to be more assertive. And, like, I heard you guys were talking about Frank Ntilikina and, like, his progression. And I'm hoping that he gives him more minutes because I think it was Isaiah that said it. Like, he played 30 minutes or something. He should have played the whole game. And I was kind of behind that because it's like you gave DSJ the wheel last year. You know what I'm saying? And why are you cutting him short?
Yeah, I mean, I disagreed with Isaiah on that. I mean, Frank Ntilikina played 32 minutes that game. Dennis Smith Jr. played 15. I mean, if you looked at the interview afterwards, Frank Ntilikina said, I was a little bit tired. Coach pulled me out. Then he put him right back in with like 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So, I mean, guys on the bench got to get it, man. I mean, he played 32 minutes. It's a lot of minutes.
Comes in, timeouts, and you give him a breather here and there. But, I mean, Ntilikina was like plus 15 or 20, something like that with the team when he was on the floor. So, like, I mean, he's what, 20, 21? Like, of course he's going to be tired, but he's going to recover super quick. Like, I just feel like he should have gave him a little more time.
I feel you. He's gonna recover, but you can't recover if he's still on the floor. Like you got to get a couple minutes out so you can recover, get your legs back under you, get hydrated, and then get back in. We'll see. I mean, he's had some nights where he's played 37 minutes. You know?
I mean, me personally, I wasn't a huge, you know what I'm saying, supporter of Frank because, you know, he's been really slow developing. But these past couple games, he's played like a young Chris Paul, if I may say so myself. You know what I mean?
He's been balling, man, and his confidence is growing. Confidence is just growing. Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah, I hope he keeps it up, man, because he's on a good trend.
Yeah, man, he definitely is. Hey, my man, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you for calling in.
Tim, I appreciate you. I appreciate you having me, and I'm gonna keep up with you guys. You know, from time to time. I do work at night, so it's kind of hard to catch a podcast. But
I get it, man.
I do like what you're doing.
I appreciate you. Do what you gotta do, man. Take care of your business. Appreciate you, man. Have a good one. Let me see. Guillermo just joined the chat. See what Guillermo's got to say. Not gonna be super long today, though, guys, because I'm getting ready to go to a basketball tournament, and I gotta get to my ride is gonna be picking me up at 2:00, or the school van or whatever it is. So I gotta get up out of here shortly. Guillermo, what's good, man?
Yo, what's good, sir, man? You need some rest, bro.
I mean, no rest for the weary, man. Yeah, that's how it happens sometimes.
Man.
No rest for the weary.
You need to drink some Dayquil or something, man. You sound awful.
Yeah, I'm getting over it. I'm getting better, though. I feel better today than I have the past couple of days. I feel better, so it's getting there. It's coming on slowly. I got a tournament this weekend, then I got to go to Valley Forge, PA right after the tournament, so no rest for the weary.
Yeah, you're a strong man, but, salute to you, man.
Want to go. I'll rest one day. Hopefully, when I finally do rest, I probably won't ever be waking up again.
Oh, whoa.
This
guy with the existential, depressing. All right, man. Let's get to the Spurs thing, man. Why the hell would you drink? Wrong this guy. Oh man.
Go ahead, man. So what you think about the game? I think we can win this game. I think we got a 2-game win streak coming up. I really do.
Look, this team right now, I mean, 7 in a row for Popovich's team is, I think, probably unheard of. Ever since the, Dave Robinson era, before that, when they were losing some games. But I mean, for that to happen, I mean, look, they have decent players, but honestly, when you look at their roster, if you play them smart and straight up, right? DeJounte Murray, good talent, but the kid is shooting like 19.4% from three. That's terrible. That means I'm gonna give you as much space as I need to give you. And then last time, DeMar DeRozan killed us because Knox came in and played him defensively the wrong way, played him straight up, allowed him to get the baseline, allowed DeMar DeRozan to drive to the basket. We all know DeMar DeRozan is not a good shooter. Has never really been a good shooter. You got to give that kid space, man. And LaMarcus Aldridge, Patty Mills, those are the guys I'm most worried about, right? Patty Mills is a consummate player. I think he's averaging 39.4% from three or something like that. But he's only averaging like 1.9 shots from three, right? So, he'll take the three of his open. He's a system guy. So you can play him straight up on the pick and rolls, come around it. Kyler come around it, or, that other guy has to step up. And I think, again, with the Knicks, this is Greg Popovich. If your discipline is poor, if your fundamentals are poor, he can beat your team every time. That's how he beat us last time. Remember, last time they got back into the game because DeJounte Murray was beating us down the track, and we're playing him straight up. We're trying to play him on a drive versus playing him for the shot, and he was killing us. And then DeMar DeRozan comes in and does the same thing. So, things again, we got to stay disciplined. To Isaiah's point, with Julius Randle's calling off or ignoring Mitch, we saw Julius Randle. We see Julius Randle do that all the time. And I think that with Fizzo, accountability is a big thing in his team. If you're coming in and we have sets, the Knicks have been doing this time and time again. That third quarter, whether it's early third quarter or late third quarter, we always have these runs where it's like the peak Knicks. Good defense, aggressive on the boards, aggressive with our hands. We're going after steals. The ball's moving around. Even though the off-ball movement itself is still poor, but the ball's moving around fairly quickly. So that means that guys can catch the ball and within 1 or 2 seconds make a quick decision, catch the defense off guard. If I'm moving the ball around quickly and say one guy gets a double team or is close to getting a double team or some guy's slagging off, that means if I keep pushing the ball around, someone's going to have the ball and there's going to be a little bit of space where they can drive while the defender's trying to come in and play them, or they can take the quick shot before the defender gets in their face. And that's how the Knicks have been thriving because we have no ball. So the Knicks again, man, guys like Julius Randle, Morris, Fizzo has to do a better job of taking those guys out when they want to go hero ball. I mean, it doesn't with Morris. Look, he's going to get to a team. It don't matter if he gets his numbers, whatever. He's going to go to a team. He's going to get traded. There's no need to play him in these clutch situations if he's not playing to the system that you want. Again, Fizzo has to worry about his own ass. Excuse my language, but he has to worry about his own ass because, again, last year did him no favors. And the fact that he's not winning this year is not helping him. So he doesn't have any cash from last year. He's not getting cash from. You know what you do? Coach the right way. Don't coach to appease players, to appease them and give them the minutes, whatever. You brought up last time. Taj Gibson only had 12, 14 minutes. And he was our defensive cog. Like, once Frank came out the game, our defense started to sag. Once Taj came out the game, now you have Mitchell Robinson jumping at every little pump fake that Embiid was given at the three-point line. And then he was able to play a two-man game with Simmons. So, again, fundamentals, contextual, knowing who you're playing. They have a bunch of guys who are struggling right now. When their main scorers are going to be Marcus Aldridge, DeJounte Murray if he's driving on people. But again, know who you're playing. You don't have to play up on DeJounte Murray. Space DeRozan, give him space. Let LaMarcus Aldridge and Patty Mills try to kill you. They're not going to do that. So this game, again, I got to see discipline. Now, I know guys are talking about Jacob, whatever that guy's name is.
Jake Podol.
Randle needs to be in the post.
Jacob Podol.
Randle does not need to play any point forward. He needs to be in the post, drawing fouls, drawing double teams, and pass out the double teams. I do not want to see Julius Randle spin move into the it's the dumbest thing. You saw it, Sim, when he spin move as Embiid was coming to double team. He spun into the baseline and tried to make a pass to the guy on the three-point line. That was all. It's like that's the dumbest thing. Julius Randle needs to stop thinking that he's skip to my Lou or one of these and one plays where he can make these amazing plays. He doesn't have great dribble. Look, get the ball, see double team, make the right pass. We don't need you to make the special pass. You're not a special player. Make the right pass and let's make the right play and we can win like that. We don't need you trying to be a when he's not that.
I feel you, man. I agree with you. Andy, coming to you, man. What's going on? Oh, I guess Andy jumped up out of there. All right, well, unfortunately, I got to keep this one short. So I'm just going to ask both of you guys real quick. Oh, again, was Isaiah? Isaiah, I'm going to ask you then. What's your prediction of this game, man? What's your prediction of this game?
Why everybody does leave like that, so
People jumped up out.
Gil was about to get fired.
Yeah, I mean, you heard him whispering. You know, Guillermo is usually loud. You heard him whispering.
As it happened when you were in corporate America, man, that boy was in the bathroom. But so Sim, I know you got to cut it short, man. It's your game tonight.
Yeah. Got a game tonight.
Oh, that's good. So Andy can leave us off. Andy, the Polish king.
Well,
so Tim, tomorrow. So the Spurs are on a back-to-back. We gotta do what we gotta do, man. We gotta take care of them. They're gonna be tired. We gotta be wary though, because Greg Popovich, he doesn't care. He'll rest his players if it's a blowout. So they might come in fresh. They might not. Depends. We gotta attack from the beginning. Play hard. No hero ball. Don't move the ball. Move the ball around. Julius and Marcus, they gotta play smarter. I'm more focused on Julius. Julius gotta play smarter. Julius can easily average 6 assists if he just pass out the double team. So what I'm seeing, if we play hard, play smart tomorrow, David Fizdale steps up, Julius Randle steps up, I see the Knicks 120, 105.
Ooh, 15-point lead. Okay, all right. Lofty goals.
They're giving up 113 points, so 120, 105.
Okay, all right. I don't know if we're going to hold them 105.
110, man. I'll be driving 110.
I mean, they average 113, 114 points a game. I don't know if we're going to hold them to 105. Our defense ain't that good yet. Andy, what do you think, man?
Andy, the king of Poland.
You're still live, Isaiah. You're still live. Andy, what do you think?
That boy look like
Yes.
Porzingis right now.
Yes, I think we might get a win. Just I would hope they're gonna win tonight's game because teams that are on a long losing streak, they gotta get that one W, and I hope it's not gonna be on us. So I rather them getting the win tonight and coming
Yeah.
off a hard game for us tomorrow because I think they're on an 8-game losing streak, right? Something like
7-game
that.
losing
With
streak.
7.
They're on a 7-game losing streak.
Yeah, 7. So I don't think they're gonna make it to 10. So it's gonna be this game or our game that they're gonna get the W. I think because I don't think Pop is gonna let them lose that much because I'm shocked they are at 7 even because
Right.
they got DeRozan, they got Aldridge, and I don't know what's the problem. I didn't watch many Spurs games this season. But the team sliding is really a dangerous team because they're gonna play desperate and like I said that they are gonna be dangerous because they want that even one win just to start it. They gotta get that one W, and I hope like I said that it's gonna be today and tomorrow they're gonna come in tired and we can get the W. And remember also Isaiah, because you said they're on a back-to-back. This is going to be our first, game of a back-to-back because I believe
Right.
we play Saturday and then Sunday, right?
Yep.
Versus
Yep.
the Nets.
We play the Nets Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know if Fizz is going to go with some load management, if he's going to try to go all in on this game and then all in on the Nets game, or he's going to try to diversify the rotations and spare guys a couple of minutes, maybe make it like a 10-11 man rotation for the back-to-back games. I don't know if he's even thinking about it or if you just want that W to get number 5.
Yeah.
But like I said,
look, San
they're on a
Antonio.
sliding, man. That we need to watch a couple of games why they are losing and take the tactics from the teams that beat them.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
have to
San
use
Antonio,
rocket
they
science.
play
Just
Philadelphia
just
tonight.
scout the games and see what is hurting them. So you gotta
Yeah.
take advantage of it.
Yeah, Philadelphia plays San Antonio tonight. I mean, San Antonio plays Philadelphia tonight, so that's going to be a tough
Yeah.
game for them to get. In Philadelphia, then of course they're traveling to Madison Square Garden tomorrow to play versus us. So we'll see. But I think we can get the win, and then I think we can beat Brooklyn too. But we'll focus on tomorrow night.
What's funny? I also think we can get the win, but like I said, I'm not giving the Knicks any advantages. If they win, I'm going to be happy. But I'm curious how many losses they're going to accept for Popovich, because I don't remember a season they had this long of a losing streak. And I believe Pop is maybe at the end of his coaching career. He did it for so many years. He has so many prodigies coaches out there, in the league, and even on his staff, he has Becky Hammond. I don't know if they're even considering her as a main coach, to take over Pop. But I think that if they're gonna be losing 5, 6, 7 games losing streaks, I think that they might consider letting go, maybe not letting go of Pop, but they're gonna talk to him maybe to get another front office job and just skip the coaching for the other coaches, because I think he's after his wife died, I think he lost a little bit of that fire for coaching.
Yeah, and you could be right, man. You could be right. Well, fellas, I'm gonna get up out of here because I got to go coach myself.
Andy, the king of Poland.
We got a tournament, so.
Isaiah, stay in the chat. I got something to tell you.
Okay, what's up? I got you, Andy.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting up out of here. These guys are gonna stay in the chat. I've got to get going. Hopefully, you guys have a good rest of your Friday. Getting ready to move into the weekend. So enjoy the rest of your day. But I want you to remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you think you have what it takes to represent the Knicks and Rangers fans, make sure that you contact Palladino Casting. All right, if you're a host, an MC, influencer, blogger, vlogger, a journalist, just a diehard fan, you might have a chance to be a chief fan officer. CFO.msgnetworks.com. You can email that, or you can click on that link, or you can email me and I'll send you that link, or you can go to my comment section my community section, that is. And you'll be able to click on the link right from there and go put your resume in. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. I will catch you guys in the post game tomorrow night. I'll definitely be able to do the post game tomorrow night. Sunday, I'm not quite sure because I'll be in Valley Forge, PA, doing another visit with my daughter. So I'm not quite sure how things are going to work out on Sunday for the pregame or for the game preview or the post game. Not exactly sure how that's going to work, so I will let you know. All right, I'll definitely keep you posted. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. I'm going to flash this flyer across the screen once more. All right, so if you want to learn and get more information about being a chief fan officer, you can email me, srussell@nothinbutknicks.com, or you can just go to cfo.msgnetworks.com. Find out more details about the position and what you have to do. All right, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow night after the game. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.